Welcome to your PWC Connections, a monthly look at what's happening inside PWC and out in our community. The American workforce is changing and getting a bit more gray every day. Decades of institutional knowledge can walk out the door when someone retires. To combat that potential loss, PWC recently started an exciting apprentice program for one of our most critical areas. We'll explain in today's Inside PWC.
Well, as we looked out into our existing labor force, a bunch of us are going to be retiring in the next 10 years. So what we wanted to start was a program that we could bring people in that doesn't have a in-depth background to electricity, and we can actually teach them and bring them through an apprentice program, and at the end of 4 years we'll have somebody who has a fundamental background of what electricity and substations do in the electric system. PWC has 32 substations, and we have 3 points of delivery with Duke Energy, and what we do there is we step 230,000 volts down to 69,000, and then we send that 69,000 out on feeders that pick up 30 distribution substations. We have about 160 distribution feeders on our system, so that means we have 160 breakers to maintain. We have about 63 transformers to maintain on our system. So there's plenty of equipment that has to be maintained and looked after all the time so that we can make sure that we're providing our customers reliable power. With the workforce I have about 13 people in the substation side of the house. And so having, the retirements that are coming up, we have to start training these young men to come up to speed a lot faster than maybe in the past. So we're using this program to give that basic fundamentals along with their on-job training where they'll be working inside a substation over the next 4 years as they gather this knowledge. There's 4 modules, and each module has about 600 pages in it. And they'll have a year to complete that module, and they'll be quizzed at the end of every book. There's about 10 books in a module. And we also do a field requirement observation that goes along with the book work so that we can make sure that they're understanding what they've been reading and apply it to the actual field. It's a national program. It's from the Northwestern Lyman's College, and we adopted their program through Electricities, and they're the sponsoring organization for it, and we're adopting that into our career development program here. Well, these guys will go out with our senior technicians. They'll be working on jobs that we have planned, and they'll also be doing part substation inspections, and with the substation inspection they're going to be able to see all the vintage of equipment we have, all the similarities of the equipments, or all the differences of the equipments that we have throughout our system. And so they'll participate in wiring jobs, new automation jobs, and or possible concrete work. Anything to do with the substation, they'll be doing substation switching. So if the line department needs to move load around on our system, they'll perform that task with our senior people. What I'm excited about for this program is that it's going to give the fundamentals to these guys, and they're going to be able to use this throughout their career. They're going to make great PWC employees as they gain this knowledge. They're going to be able to apply their knowledge each and every day. And as they come 5, 6 years down the road, they're going to be very valuable employees for PWC.
I've worked at PWC maybe 10 months. I worked on the line crew for 9, 10 months, and then I just started with the substation about a month ago. I decided to switch to substations because I figured it would better myself, and there's more book knowledge and there's more to understand about electricity. Working with the older guys, they know what they're talking about. They got a lot of experience with PWC and substations, and they're not afraid to, if I have a question, not afraid to tell me. If they don't know it, they'll definitely call someone that does, so they're definitely willing to help you out. I'm most excited about expanding my future and learning more about electricity.
I've been at PWC for about 7.5 years. I started in water construction, then I went to utility field service, and I'm just started in the substation. I feel like there's a lot of opportunities in the substation and the apprenticeship program. I don't know a whole lot yet, but I'm we're kind of learning the locations and learning the different equipment that we have inside the substation, the breakers and transformers and different things, and layout of substations. When I first got my study guide, I was a little blown away. It's kind of a big book, it's a lot, but I was going through it, looking through the book, and I'm excited about it. It really looks like some good material. I'm excited to make this my career at PWC.
Well, I came over to PWC from the solar industry, and there's a lot of similarities with the solar industry and working in a substation. I've wanted to work for a utility for quite a while now, and I'm glad I was able to come on board. Some of the bigger solar farms had their own substations dedicated to them, and I had been inside a few of them, but as far as specific knowledge of substations, I didn't start receiving that until I came to PWC. I'm excited about the level of training that I'm going to get through the electricities program. My plans for the next 5 years are to hopefully still be here at PWC, learning more every day, and hopefully have a greater knowledge of the inner workings of substations, more than what I have now.
Take me out to the ball game. I won't sing. Swamp Dogs baseball gets underway this month. Get the details on the upcoming season in today's Community Connection.
We're entering our 17th season in Fayetteville. We're a summer collegiate baseball team offering family affordable entertainment. The most expensive seat in the ballpark is $9. You can come out with your family, whether you're a baseball fan or not. If you like to have fun, we've got something for you. We recruit collegiate players from all across the country. So some of the top college talent in the country comes right here through Fayetteville. They are looking for an opportunity to play professionally as soon as they finish their collegiate career, but this is an opportunity for them to get out in front of scouts, get some extra innings, but it also allows our fans to see some of the top talent from around the country right here in Fayetteville. I think our focus on family entertainment is really what's kept us in Fayetteville for as long as we have been. We have a kids area down the right field line, so there's bounce houses. We have a magician that does balloon animals. We have all kinds of activities where mom and dad can just enjoy an evening out. The kids can go run off the energy. We do have our Miller Lite Liberty Lounge down the left field line, which we do offer drink and food specials over there, but our theme nights is really where the families enjoy the atmosphere, the fun that they can come out. You can come out as a family of 4, no matter what your ages are, or a family of 10, whatever your case is. And there is truly something for everybody, but when it's capped off with one of our fireworks shows, it's one of the best experiences you're gonna have in town all summer long. So we try to mix up each and every night, so when you come out, we want you to think, gosh, that was awesome. I'm going to go back tomorrow and see what they've got. So we have different theme nights as far as we do a summertime St. Patty's. One that we really focus on is our green night. We will do our striking out cancer night, as well as partnering with the Alzheimer's Association to do a purple jersey auction as well. With our green night, it's been an opportunity for us to really educate our fans on what they can do to better the earth and better the atmosphere to continue to be a safe environment for their kids and their grandkids, with great partners like Fayetteville PWC and FAMPO able to distribute some of their focus material to be able to not only educate, but also when you can leave with a light bulb that you know is going to be energy efficient, but also save you money in the long run, but now you know what light bulb to get. Now you can do that throughout your entire home. Green Night is Thursday, June 8th. Come celebrate the end of the school year with Green Night. The season runs from our home opener on May 30th, featuring 3 fireworks shows throughout the course of the summer, and our last regular season game is Monday, August 7th, but you can get all that information on our website at GoSwampDogs.com, and make sure to follow us on social media on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all that fun stuff, because we're going to have all the latest news and information for you there. We're always looking for new host families, and being that our players are all college players, they do live with host families throughout the summer, and people ask me all the time, what's a requirement to be a host family? And I always tell them it's an extra room, access to the washer and dryer, and a little bit of extra food in the fridge and cupboards, but it's their home away from home, and it becomes for the host families their summer sun where they continue those relationships for a lifetime. As our team features some of the top college talent in the country, these young men do go on to continue their careers. Since 2001, the Swamp Dogs have had 7 players go on to be major leaguers, as well as countless that have gone on to play professional baseball. We have a young man who played here in 2005 who is still playing professional baseball and actually played for Team Israel in the World Baseball Classic. You can see tomorrow's major leaguers right here in our own backyard. So if you are looking for something to do this summer with your family, make sure to come check us out. We play just about every day of the week, but again, visit our schedule online at GoSwampDogs.com and plan your summer of lifelong memories with your family.
Did you know that leaving your chargers plugged in after you've charged your devices wastes energy? There's a lot you can do to help save electricity, like using natural light, or switching your light bulbs to low-energy bulbs, or not keeping the refrigerator door open to look. By conserving electricity, we save natural resources and protect the environment. When we use less, we waste less. Power, water, conserve. PWC.
Coming up in today's Spotlight on Safety, one of our linemen will explain to us why it's so important to not plant your flowers, shrubs, and trees too close to pad-mounted transformers. You'll save yourself, your neighbors, and our power restoration crews a headache if you keep your beautiful landscaping a few feet away from our equipment.
It's important not to plant trees or shrubs around transformers because we always need 3 foot on each side and 9 foot in the front to work our sticks and to work safe. We pull up to a job and we got an outage and we see there's a bunch of trees and a bunch of plants in front of a transformer. Most of the time we'll tell the customer, say, hey, look, the shrubs and the trees are in our way to work our job safely. We're gonna have to cut them or chop them down or pull them up to be able to get your power back on, your lights back on. If there's a bunch of trees and shrubs in the way of the transformer, it slows the work down longer than people suspect it does. Because we have to take the time to pull them up, chop them down, and then we have to go forth with our trying to find what the problem is and the outages. And sometimes when they plant trees around the transformers, the roots will actually grow into our wire and it'll make the power go out. I went to a job one time, opened up a transformer, and the tree that the person had planted, a tree been there for years, had actually grew into the transformer and was wrapped around our wires where we couldn't hardly move them. And it actually grew into the primary cable, which is the main source feed coming in, and it actually made the primary cable go bad. So we had to basically chop the tree, get it out of the way, untangle the wires out of the roots, splice the primary, get it fixed, and then proceed with trying to fix the outage. Some customers, they kind of get upset whenever we have to remove the shrubs or remove it, we're inconveniencing their roots, but they also want the power back on. So sometimes when we have to kill a transformer out because of shrubs, because of trees, there's more customers on down the line that it inconveniences in time to get their power back on. So that's why we always ask not to plant stuff around them, because it can not only inconvenience that customer, but it can inconvenience hundreds of customers. When we install transformers, we try to put stickers on the front of them that tell customers not to plant anything 3 feet on the sides and 9 feet in the front. And the reason why we try to explain to them when they ask us about planting, we've set transformers before that people ask us, say, well, that's an ugly green box in my yard, I'm gonna plant trees around it. And we say, well, you can, and no matter how good they look, we're gonna have to pull them up because we need at least 9 foot in the front to operate our, what you call a shotgun stick, to safely pull the wires off the elbows and plug them back on. And we ask for 3 feet from the side, because if we got to change that transformer out one day, we got to be able to get a truck to it to pick it up, change it out. So we just ask them not to plant anything around them, no matter how ugly they think they look. Just don't plant anything around transformers. We have a program called Tree Power. You can actually call, and it kind of goes through the rundown with you of what kind of plants you can plant and cannot plant. So if you have any questions, just give that number a call. We know customers take a lot of time in landscaping their yard, and when we go to them and see this in the way of our transformers, we hate to tear them up and mess up their work. So just help us help you. Just when you landscape your yards around transformers, just don't plant anything around them.
Pop quiz. Do you know what happens to your water when it goes down the drain? I'll give you a hint. It ends up right back where it started, the Cape Fear River. But there are a few steps in between. Learn all about the water reclamation process in today's How Does It Work?
Water reclamation facility is simply a facility that treats used wastewater from either a domestic, commercial, or industrial source. We have two facilities. One is the Cross Creek Water Reclamation Facility, is located across from a botanical garden on Business 95-301, and the other is the Rockfish Creek Water Reclamation Facility off of Old Wilmington Highway in 87. We have approximately 88,000 billed customers. So that would probably calculate out to about 220,000 individuals. Combined, the two facilities treat approximately 28 million gallons per day. We're permitted to treat 46. The wastewater is, once it goes down your drain, it's conveyed from a smaller pipe at your home into a larger collection system pipe, and it's conveyed either by gravity or force main. It's pumped to our treatment facility. So after the water is conveyed to the facility and lifted up into our processes with screw pumps, the water travels through vertical screens of either a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch width. And the purpose of these screens is to capture large debris that we want to remove and we don't want conveyed downstream to our processes because we can't treat them. So after the screening, we have a process called grit removal where we slow the velocity of the water down to allow inorganics to settle out like sand and silt, because we can't treat it and it'll just take up space in our downstream processes. After grit removal, we have a process called primary clarification, and basically similar to grit removal, we provide a calm, still environment for solids to settle out and be removed from the process. And the benefit of that is it reduces the amount of treatment that we need in our next phase, which is, we call that secondary treatment. For us, it's an activated sludge process. And this is where the biological component comes in. We utilize microorganisms to break down the waste in the water. And after that, we have a tertiary treatment or a third stage, which involves sand filtration. We have deep sand filter beds that the water travels through, and then the water is disinfected to kill any pathogens that may be in the water. Well, sludge is a byproduct of our treatment process. So the good thing about the sludge is it's high in nutrients, nitrogen in particular. So we recycle the sludge, take it through further treatment, and use it as fertilizer. After we treat the water and disinfect it, it's discharged back into the receiving stream, which for us is the Cape Fear River. The reason that's important is the Cape Fear River, not only for us, but for downstream users, is a source of drinking water. So if water is being drawn from the Cape Fear River and not returned, then you're going to deplete that water source. So that's our job, is to clean up the used water and return it to the Cape Fear River to sustain that supply. That's how it works.
The average American wastes about 30 gallons of water a day. By doing just a few small things like turning off the water while washing dishes, or using less water washing the car, or brushing your teeth, or taking shorter showers, you can make a big difference in conserving our community's precious water supply. When we use less, we waste less. Power, water, conserve. PWC.
Hi, and welcome to TakeOne. This is our chance to highlight news, upcoming events, and important FYIs from the Fayetteville Public Works Commission. Each May, PWC observes National Electrical Safety Month by reminding our customers that they can reduce the number of electric-related accidents by being safe and smart around electricity. Here are some things you can do. Check for outlets that may have any loose-fitting plugs, which can overheat and lead to a fire. Replace any missing or broken wall plates, and teach children to not insert any objects inside outlets. Use outlet covers if you have very young children. Make sure cords are in good condition, not frayed or cracked, and be sure they are placed out of traffic areas, and never nail or staple a cord to the wall. When unplugging an object, pull by the plug, not the cord. Remember to check to see that cords are not overloaded and only use extension cords on a temporary basis. Make certain your plugs fit your outlets. Never remove the ground pin, that's the third prong, to make a 3-prong fit a 2-conductor outlet. Instead, purchase an adapter. And always remember to check the wattage of all bulbs and light fixtures to make sure they are the correct wattage for the fixture. Never leave light bulb sockets empty, and replace burned out bulbs immediately. Also in May, we're observing National Public Works Week. During the week of May 21st, we'll highlight the importance of public works in everyone's daily lives. This year's theme celebrates the vital role public works plays in connecting us all together. As the cornerstone of civilization, public works provides, maintains, and improves the structures and services that assure a higher quality of life for our communities. Its streets, roads, bridges, and public transportation keep us linked together from coast to coast. And its clean water and sanitation services keep us healthy and allow our communities to grow and prosper. PWC supplies water to nearly 250,000 customers in Cumberland County and the surrounding areas, and owns and maintains over 2,000 miles of water mains. Make sure you keep an eye on our Facebook page and Twitter page for updates throughout the week that will put public works in the spotlight. Before you water your lawn this spring, remember the odd, even outdoor watering schedule. Following the year-round schedule is a simple step that goes a long way to conserve our precious water supply and manage our daily water use. Think before you water, and don't just water because it's your watering day. Adjust your sprinklers to water only the landscaping in your yard, and be sure not to overwater. 1 inch of water is usually enough. Always remember to turn off your sprinklers when it rains. And don't water when it's windy or during the hottest time of the day. And consider participating in our rain sensor incentive program. PWC water customers can earn an incentive for adding a rain sensor to their irrigation systems. The incentive is equal to the retail cost of the rain sensor, up to $50. The program is valid until September 30th, 2017. Visit our website or contact the Customer Programs Call Center at 910-223-4600. As a reminder, PWC offices will be closed for Memorial Day, that's Monday, May 29th, but you can reach us at 1-877-PWC1 if you need to report a utility-related emergency. Thanks for watching TakeOne, and remember to stay in the know by liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. See you next time.
No, I think I've really got the hang of this. Yeah, texting. It isn't hard, it's just like typing, except where's the send button? Oh, hello. Just learning some new technology. Time again to read one of our many millions of fan letters that come in every single week. We just always pick one at random. Here's one now. Dear Gabby, I'm leaving the country for an extended vacation in Naples, Italy. And while I'm absolutely thrilled about my upcoming trip, I am less than thrilled about having to pay my monthly PWC utility bill, since my home will be completely unoccupied during my time away. Seems like such a waste to pay for something I'm not using. What options do I have, if any? Thanks for your help, and arrivederci, Anne. Dear Anne, Naples, one of my favorite cities. The delicious food, the delectable vino, the sunsets that look like paintings, the friendly locals. I could go on, but before you pack your bags, here's what you need to know about taking care of your utilities. As a PWC utility customer, you can stop service at any time. However, when you decide to return home, you'll need to pay a small connection fee. Now, this is true for anyone who stops and restarts service. Many customers choose to stop their water and irrigation services, but they keep their electric services running so their homes will stay at a more reasonable temperature. Our customer service reps are only a phone call away if you have any other questions about stopping and restarting service. Or you can log on to PWC's online account manager and take care of it that way. And darling, please enjoy your trip and remember to send me a postcard. Matter of fact, you all keep those cards and letters coming. Tune in again for your PWC Connections on Faye TV7. And remember, you can always catch your favorite show on the PWC website, faypwc.com. Until next time, I'm Gabby. More power to you.